Okay, folks, I'm a little bit early, so I'll just make sure you can hear me. Different headset has its own. I use a different headset for every room. Keeps things interesting. So, financial juice, they don't cover WASDE. I don't think. They don't have it on their list. All right, can you all hear me out there? Let me know if you can hear me. And then we'll get started in a minute or two. Anybody type something. Somebody type something. Okay, good. Thanks, Steve. So, I wasn't really surprised that natural gas got us today. Just not feeling great about that trade, but was real happy to see CPI working so well. That's definitely going to be a new family trade next month. It's just been great. And we have a setup for a micro on that one. We're going to start collecting micro setups. I think it's time to start adding some stuff. I wish the trap trade was done. We're just having a problem with the logo. We can't get the logo to show up. Such a pain. The program is done, but when you enable it, we cannot get the logo to show up. Really like to get a webinar going. Now, Mark, I just saw one of your comments that was a normal NG trade. That was a pretty bad whipsaw. But I think I agree that it was still normal for natural gas. Normal for natural gas to do that. And then, you know, you look at the news results, and when you get exactly what was expected as the news result, that's usually a problem. Creates problems. All right, so folks, hello on YouTube, and we're streaming live. Welcome to the WASDE trading room at 10-Minute Trades. My name is Lee Goldstein, Trading Director for 10-Minute Trades. Remember that all the trades we discuss are for educational purposes. It is possible to lose money trading futures, and there is risk involved in this type of trading, so trade carefully. All right. Corn, much more volatile today than soybeans, but my choice, honestly, is to trade corn. Early summer, spring are usually the better months for this report. But I will set up a soybean trade because if you look at, I think it was February. Let me see which month it was. One of the months I had to change at the last second to the other index because corn became unsafe. And that was January. Was that January? Was it that long ago? Maybe. Let's take a look at January then, not February 1st. So now January, corn was on the left. The WASDE report is a grain report. Hey folks, just for fun, hold on one second. There's a 4-week bill auction. I just wanted to see if anything was moving at all. No, I don't see anything. Okay, so we're trading corn. Symbol is ZC 721. And we were going to look at July and see. July had an early move that warned you it could be very risky. Poof, soybeans had an early move. Look at the move that soybeans had on the right. That would have told you don't trade soybeans that day. Let me see if this was that. This may not be the day I'm thinking of. Well, look at corn also. So this was a brutally difficult day to trade. I would have stayed with corn, and that's what we did, in fact. And what's funny is it traded with the quarterly grain report. It wound up being a very good trade, but that was scary before the report. That was a really nerve-wracking pre-release, lots of volatility kind of report. Where's the one? There was one where it absolutely corn looked like it moved. The news came out before the trade. Let me see if I can find that date. That date was February. It was February. Okay. So February WASDE, and WASDE stands for the World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimate. It's hard to say. World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimate. WASDE. Say that 5 times fast. World Agricultural Supply Demand Estimate. World Agricultural Supply Demand Estimate. World Agricultural Supply Disease. World Agricultural Supply Demand Estimate. Toy boat. I'm losing my mind. All right, so watch corn. Watch corn on the left. Wait, why did I have corn on the right? I think. Oh no. Soybeans were on the left. No, this is not the report I'm thinking of. Corn had a weird move also that day. And we traded soybeans. Corn had a very difficult trade that day. That we got stopped on soybeans too. So that was a tough WASDE, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Where's the one I'm looking for? Let's just go through them. So this was last month. Last month, I think it was normal last month. Normal. There's never a normal trade, but I remember absolutely wanting to trade corn because soybeans had already moved 38 points, which is a lot. Now, this is a family money trade. And what that means is I would trade my family's money. That was a really good corn trade. It just shot right down. But it's not the one I'm looking for. I'll show you what I mean. Soybeans. Soybeans looked a little bit scary. You'd have to really look at the range chart to make sure you didn't get filled long first. I would not use a 4 bracket on this trade. The thing is, if you get a dull move, you're going to struggle to make money on any trade if you get a dull move. We're trading these reports because they generally have the ability to give you a good, solid move. That's why we're doing them. And a 2-tick difference in the bracket, while it may keep you safer before the trade, if it's a good move, it's not going to really hurt you much with profits. And I, under no circumstances, can trade hardly any trade these days with a 4-tick bracket. It just, the markets are too darn volatile. And soybeans in particular, because they're whippy. If I'm going to trade soybeans, now I set up a secondary soybean trade in case of an emergency. And I'll show you what I mean. So my soybean trade is going to be a bracket of 6. All right. A bracket of 6. 2 contracts for my first target, 2 contracts for my second target. Five ticks. And I'll take 17 ticks on my second target. Or, you know what, I'll do 15 because I'm cutting it by 2. The stop is 12. Two for 5, 2 for 15. And also my entry time is 59, not 58. So it's 11. 59, 59. Now this trade I don't enable. I just put it on. And you have to label it ZS, soybeans, WASDE. This is my emergency trade, okay? It's my emergency trade, soybeans. Now, you know what? You could be even smarter, right? Be even smarter so that there's no chance of making an error and choosing the wrong trade. Label it. You don't have to be so cryptic and label it ZS, WASDE. Label it soy. Zozoy. Label it soy. Soybeans, WASDE. All right. Soy. No chance of screwing up. Now, my corn setup, and I want to look at something. Let's look. Did I do 3 positions last month? I don't remember if I did 3. Last month was May 12th. No, we did 2 and 2 again. 5 and 15. Sometimes we do 3 positions on this trade. I want to look at, all right, so anyway, so soy is set up, corn. I just want to get the trade set up because time is flying in these rooms today. I don't know why. I'm using a bracket of 6 today. I'm pretty sure I've been using 5. I may use a 5 on corn. Let me check. 2 things we can check. 5, 12. It's the reason you want to have notes. Sometimes you'll make notes if you use a certain size bracket. And I didn't note it. So usually if I didn't note it, I do a 5. So let's see, this was May 6. So I have been using 6. Okay, good. That's what I thought. And it's because of market volatility. I'm shrinking my targets. Okay. 5 and 15 instead of 7 and 17. And that you don't have to make up for the bracket, but if you want to, that's one way you can make up for the bracket. You follow me? In other words, do you feel me? I'm watching this show. That's all they say. You feel me? You feel me? So instead of my target being 7, my target's 5. Instead of my bracket being 4, it's 6. There's the difference of 2. So it won't. So if you get a kind of dullish move, you won't kill yourself with the big bracket. It'll work the same way essentially. So we're 11:59:59. I just want to show you that one report because what happened before the trade was so unique and it's pretty recent. So I'll find it. I just want to set this trade up so I don't have to rush. So I don't have 15-minute charts on by accident. All right. And we'll call this corn WASDE. Now, next week, nope, 2 weeks, quarterly grain report. I believe the quarterly grain report is on the 30th. I forget what day, but it's at the end of the month. I have to look through my notes. What page is what on, Steve? I don't understand your question. What page is what on? So I'm going to check my sync. Oh, I'm not paying. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not. You lost me. Oh, notes. Believe it or not, I do have a book. I use an Excel sheet also, but I do have a notebook. I'm real old-fashioned sometimes because I don't want to use system resources while I'm trading by having extra programs open. So I'll often have my notebook next to me. Also, I mean, I also have another notebook checking YouTube and stuff, but it's real easy. Sometimes old-fashioned is good. You don't have to be everything tech. Let's check our time sync. Time is in sync. Now, one thing you want to realize about WASDE, we went through a period with the WASDE report. I don't follow a cancellation rule on this trade because we've gone through periods on this trade where sometimes it took a minute to get filled. Sometimes it's late. And I just would rather wait for the trade. It's just one of those trades. It's like the API report. You wait for the trade because we don't have the news for this report. There's none of the news services that we subscribe to cover the results. The results would be so complicated also, I believe. I'm not sure you'd be able to analyze them properly during the trade. So, you know, we're just trading the response, which is very common for what we do anyway. It's not like it's something we can't deal with. This was the day. Look at what happened 2 months ago. WASDE, we were trading corn on the left, and I had set up a soy trade also. Look at corn. Before the trade, I changed my corn trade to soy just by changing my check boxes. I thought corn was unsafe to trade. We had a successful soybean trade. And ironically, corn would have worked also. Even as crazy as the move was, corn still worked. But that's what we call it a tripwire to cancel. It's a fancy way of saying the index went totally crazy and you should not trade. My boss calls it a tripwire to cancel. I don't know what that means, except I know it means 5 seconds before the trade, corn told you not to trade corn. So what I did was I unchecked corn and checked soybeans and traded the other trade. Excuse me, out of safety. Because we felt it would be safe. It's not guaranteed that soy would have worked. Oh, I thought I was going to get lucky and my recorder was going to work. I don't know what I'm going to do about this recorder. This is a big problem for me. I think it's, see, it just won't work. My throat, I never thought, I think I'm just yakking too much. My throat feels like I need Vicks. They don't even make Vicks anymore. That shows that like I'm 5,000 years old. Vicks. Let's check our sync once more. Time is looking good. That's the bike I want to get, but I'm probably not going to do it. If that's a bike, if you buy it, you'll never be able to sell it because no one's heard of them and no one cares about them. So anybody trading with me? Anybody trading with me? Anybody? I guess I'll give up on my recorder. See, my trade room records, but I have to download it. AM, how are you, brother? Jeremiah? AM, you never say hello to me anymore, man. I'm like really, really, really hurt. Good, good, good. It's been a long year, you know. It's been longer than a year, AM. I'm sorry, folks. I should turn off my mic. My throat's killing me. Hang on one second. Okay, that should be better. Jeremiah, you're on corn as well. TJ. TJ usually trades. AM, I'm really just sticking with, we all know anything can go wrong. Nothing works all the time. Um, but I'm sticking with the same reliable trades. So the setup that I'm using is a 6-tick bracket, 2 targets for 5 ticks, 2 targets for 15 ticks, a stop of 10, and an entry time of 11:59:59. It's a breakout trade. And I'm pretty much doing the same thing on soy. So getting a little bit of corn volatility. Soybeans are much quieter today. Now this trade, Jeff, if you're out there, I would not trade both. This can be a hard trade to manage. That CPI trade is real tradable for both indexes. Okay, you know that, Jeff. You're an experienced trader, right? I mean, that's the feeling I've got. You didn't come to us as a newbie, right? Yeah, that's definitely the feeling I get. Now, corn is a little bit volatile here, but I mean, that's part of the reason I've got that 6-tick bracket, and we've got 5 minutes, okay? And pre-trade volatility is normal. Remember, you can change if you set up both trades. My soy trade is almost exactly the same 6-tick bracket. It's 5 and 15, 12-tick stop. It's a tiny bit bigger stop. I'm using the same entry time, 11:59:59. In a situation where if corn went crazy, like it did on that report that I showed you 2 months ago, if you see an index do this right before a trade, and you can have a backup trade set up, you either cancel your normal trade and go to your backup by just changing your check mark. I mean, you probably should not take the risk of trading that. That is just an unnatural move. And when you get an unnatural move prior to a trade, it's a signal to cancel. Jeffrey, I like to cancel manually. I put that in the software for people that are not at their machine when they're trading. And I just thought it was a really good feature for people to be able to automatically cancel, because some people have no self-control and they know it. So they like to automate as much as possible. And that's why we put the feature in the software. All right, so WASDE, I like that corn has pulled back. I like that a lot. Now, don't forget one thing about corn and soybeans. You can, if they hit what's called limit up or limit down, the market will freeze and you can't get out of the market. So if there's like a gigantic move, you don't want to stay in corn and soybeans. You want to take your profits and exit corn normally. You just don't want to be in a trade where you hit a limit up or a limit down, which grains can do. We've seen it. Actually, I think we've seen it twice this year, which is the first time I've ever seen it since I've been here. Eventually, if you trade long enough, you'll see everything. I'm sorry about my throat, folks. So on YouTube, give us a like and sign up for our channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll know the next time we're going to be here, which is actually in a few minutes. It's at 12:30 today. We're streaming twice today. And, you know, don't think because you pay for the trade room, folks, that you're getting a raw deal because we stream for free. The streams are delayed. It's not quite as good, honest. We're streaming because we want people interested. It's marketing, right? We're always marketing. So another nice, this is a trade that reverses, but I'm not taking it. Another nice WASDE trade, not as big a move as last time. Not as big a move as last time. I got to trade these family trades bigger, folks. That's the mistake I'm making. We got to trade these family trades bigger right away. Right away. That's another great winner. You know, folks, other than natural gas, we probably have to take natural gas out of the game. Because these are just, I mean, I don't sell, but I'm selling. All right. I mean, everybody that's watching today, just go to the website, www.familymoneytrades.com. For $300, you can spend 3 months with us. We just made it on the trade. Look at it. See, I should have had bigger targets. FamilyMoneyTrades.com, $299. You get 3 months with us. 3 months. Software, everything, $299. FamilyMoneyTrades.com. All right. No reason why Everybody who's visiting with us shouldn't do it. Oh, wait a minute, folks. That was a $450 trade. That was a $500 trade. I was down 150 from natural gas. That was a $500 trade. Thank you, Chantal. Who made money? Come on. Who traded and made money? I want to know how much you made. How much did you make? Mike is saying to the people on YouTube, do yourselves a favor and sign up for the service. Mike, the truth is everybody's in the trade room. Everyone's in the trade room because I let them in free this week, just for today. So if you're on a trial today, familymoneytrades.com, and I don't sell in the room, folks. That's not why I brought you here. But it's just been so good lately. Mark, too bad you had to work. Mark, unattended, if you want to take the risk. Right? It's a little scary, but I got you. Mike, send me a picture. You always send great pictures. So Mike made $300. Mike made $300. Who else? Somebody else had to make some money. Somebody else had to make some money. Come on. Soybeans worry me. That's why I wish I had the recording. Because look at soybeans had a big move down. And I'm not sure if you would have gotten filled in the wrong direction on soybeans today. So that was a $500 trade. Very, very sweet. Very sweet. TJ, send me a picture. You made $570. You made more than me. Way to go. Way to go. YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, just give us a like. I don't have a single like. Could one of you give us a like, please? How could you not like seeing someone make $500 in like 30 seconds? 30 seconds. Oh, right. Thank you. Whoever did that, thank you very much. Thanks for the like. All right. Zozo, are you trading live? And Zozo, I've asked you this before. I forgot who you are. I keep forgetting who you are. Send me an email, will you? So I know who the heck you are. Okay. All right. 650. How did you make so much money? Tell everybody what you did. Did you use bigger targets? Did you use bigger targets? Or more contracts? More contracts. That's the way to do it. Way safer than bigger targets, in my opinion. Even though the risk is higher, when you have trades that are working well, you might as well add the contracts. Scary but nice, absolutely. It's scary, Zozo. I mean, trading is scary, and if you admit that to yourself, then you can deal with it. Look at the reversals. This, we know, is a really good trade to take reversals. If I was the greatest trader, I would take reversals. But I am what I am. I have to trade within my own capabilities. But that doesn't mean a good trader out there can't read our report and know that this trade reverses. Okay? Check the reports. Okay? Especially if you signed up for Family Money, because you get the reports. If you're not getting them, let me know. Due to the trend of a quick reversal, look to exit at the first time of price hovering. Price hovering means the price is hanging around at the same level. Okay? That's what hovering means. Okay. But it doesn't mean you're a baby because you say that something is scary. I remember that corn trade 2 months ago. My heart was in my throat on that trade. That was frightening. It was frightening because it was such a strange move that it scared me to death. Scared me to death. Now, today, out of all the trades, even natural gas doesn't scare me. WASDE is the trade that makes me the most nervous. It's WASDE that makes me the most nervous. And it's just because the grains, sometimes they move haphazardly and they're a little bit nerve-wracking. Today, I didn't feel anything. I wasn't even, I didn't even feel like I was trading today. I just didn't feel any nerves. It's funny, sometimes it's just the way you slept or the way you woke up, you know. Some days a little tiny trade and I'll be so nervous I can hardly breathe. And then other trades, I just, no effect whatsoever. Yes, Steve, you understand hovering. Yeah, I mean, Zoso, I don't know why. I honestly don't always know why I get worried about a trade. I really don't know. I find Zozo that like I have not slept at all this week, and I'm less nervous this week when I'm more tired. I have been up all night, the night before last and last night, just watching YouTube videos. I couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep. I don't even know why. Just couldn't fall asleep. Maybe the heat. Maybe the heat. It was really hot. All right, folks. Thank you. Chantal, I mean, we're going to be back here at 12:30. I guess we'll come back in 20 minutes. All right. Everybody could. Yeah. Well, we're going to stream again in 20 minutes, YouTube, for the bond report. And I'm going to close and come back in 20 minutes. All right, folks? I'll get a coffee and we'll be back. You can stay in the room. You don't have to leave the room. I don't shut the room. So if you want to stay, you can stay. I'm going to close. I'm going to leave. All right. So good trade. Good trade, folks. I'll see everybody later. See everybody later. 20 minutes. Real later. Take care.